Hey guys, so I guess I just wanted to give a general update. I don't know if you guys have heard about Atlas before. Um, we only had him for 2 days, and this was a few weeks ago, but we had to give him up because one of our nurses is allergic and well, she made a big deal out of it. I don't think it was that big a deal because she's like, oh, well, you got 4 cats, and I mean, at one point we had 6 cats, and it didn't seem to bother her that much. So, but we had to get rid of her, or get rid of. We're unsure of its gender, but we're leaning on female. They said it was male. It just doesn't seem that way. But we have to get rid of her, so we have Gaia now. Um, she little goody. She cute. She cute, and she's nice. Atlas wasn't very nice until we had to give her up. But yeah, Gaia didn't take time to getting used to this family now. She's sitting out here in the garage with me. The other thing is I'm still looking for jobs. I think I'm just going to mow people's grass or whatever, see if I can get away with that. Because I almost have enough money for Spider-Man PS4 and that PS4 Pro thing. So I need like anywhere from $80 to $90. But now I'm trying to pay for a learner's permit, so I'm going to need $120 now. But I'm getting there, I think. It's going to be some time. It's going to take some time. I think I'll just go mowing people's lawn for like $45. Now I'll just need to mow like 4 lawns, I think. I haven't really done the math. And I don't feel like doing so because math is hard for me to do. And it's going to take a minute. But yeah, I shouldn't be too much work. But I mean, when I was working at Goodwill, I'd have been able to, I would have been able to work a month and have all the money I needed. So if I could just get another job that pays $7.25 a month or $7.25 an hour. And now that I have an improved working schedule that we've all got worked out, I would only need like 3 weeks because I'd be working more hours a day and I'd be working more days a week. And then I'd have everything I want. Unfortunately, it's not how life wants to do this. I was talking to them, like, how hard should it be for them to give me a job? And then he's like, well, the economy's kind of fucked right now because of the whole virus. And I'm like, I was looking for a job way before this virus. I was looking for a job before I worked at Goodwill, and I was looking at a job while I was working at Goodwill, and I was looking for a job after I was working at Goodwill. So it really shouldn't be this hard. I'm sure something will come soon. I'm expecting a call from the workforce, but nothing's happening. And that is fucking irritating. Like, I don't have bills to pay or anything, but there are some things I really want that I need a job for. So I'm not. And besides that, when I do eventually need to pay bills, is this going to happen again? It's almost been a year since my last job. It's not like I'm not trying to find one. I'll do straight up anything for this, or to find another job, and yet it just isn't happening. Well, anything legally and unrelated to sex working, but, you know, almost anything. I'll go work in the fucking sewers, scooping people's shit out of the little hallways. That's what I'll fucking do. But that's not hiring either. I've applied to Walmart, to Subway, to Pizza Hut, to Cefco even though my parents don't want me working at a gas station, being that you're not allowed to have a weapon, and in the last 2 weeks alone, there have been people coming in with weapons. Someone pointed a gun at the cashier who, me and her are basically acquaintances, not exactly friends, but we talk sometimes. Mostly she talks to my family though, but I've been on those conversations a few times. She was pregnant and she had a gun held to her head because she supposedly stole the dude's money and charged him like 37 times. And the only way they could get this resolved was by her explaining to him that he took his credit card out way too soon, 37 times. The machine said, keep your credit card, or please don't remove the credit card. And he removed it like 12 times. And then her boyfriend came in there and pointed his gun at him. And they were in sort of a standoff until he left. Until the police got there, which for some reason took them 30 minutes to get there. So, moral of the story, yeah, I probably shouldn't be working at a gas station, but I came there, and I've looked at places. I mean, I've been looking to get a job at Chick-fil-A since I was fucking 16. I'm 18, it's not happening, and my other job would only come when I was 17. And that would be a good Goodwill. So, I'm trying, and it's not happening. It's really fucking pissing me off. And maybe one day I can get paid off of YouTube, but right now I'm not getting a penny. So, I'm gonna play Resident Evil 6 pretty soon, because I just beat Resident Evil 5. I gotta do the, I gotta do, this mission I unlocked after beating the game, with Jill and Josh. I can't remember what it's called, Desperate Escape or something like that. And then I'm gonna play Resident Evil 6, and then once I'm done with that, I'm just gonna play through all of the Resident Evil games, for a YouTube playthrough and stuff. All of them that I have. I don't have the first one, and I don't have, any of the spin-offs except for Code Veronica. I have Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Code Veronica, which I don't know if I'm going to do because it's got classic Ari-ritis. Classic Ari-ritis. It needs a remake desperately. But I'll probably do that at the end of the timeline, you know? Yeah, and then... yeah. So, I'll be doing that. And then I got a Dead Rising playthrough going through, but it's really hard because I'm stuck on this thing with the survivor, who literally needs to hop on my back to be useful. And then anytime I try to get that survivor, I have to deal with Sophie, and she gets killed by these stupid prisoner guys that are on this Jeep. I shot the guy in the face like 47 times, and he didn't die, and that was really pissing me off. And I came really close to killing him, or killing all of them, and then I got bitten by a zombie, and that said, "Fuck you, Whitey." And I was like, oh, bitch. So yeah. Moral of the story, I'm doing Resident Evil Dead Rising stuff, and I'm looking for a job. Oh, and I had to get rid of my cat, but I have the other one. So no worries, Asher and Hannah are still with us, but Atlas is gone and Gaia is here. So hopefully this video gets out to you guys soon. Hopefully I have Resident Evil gameplay in the background, otherwise that'll be kind of disappointing. Yeah. Bye, I guess.
Eliminate Goku's allies. They're coming. That's an order.
Do you hear that? It's an order, 17.
We're not gonna follow a single one of your orders. We're just gonna take care of ourselves now. Geezer.
There's another one. What in the world is going on in there? Let's go.
I feel a lot better now.
Hey, what's that?
Hey. I don't think I've seen you before, big guy. What's your number?
16.
Android 16, huh? Interesting. So you're an earlier model.
Android 16? I've never heard of an Android 16. Wait, so those are the androids that Dr. Gero was talking about?
Trunks, can you confirm that these are the androids you originally warned us about?
Yeah, but I've never seen that large one they called 16 before.
What?
At least, I haven't seen him in my time. So, what's going on here?
Who cares? Just one more hunk of scrap to add to the pile I'm going to make.
Wait, where's Dr. Gero?
Oh, the old man? I took care of him. All right, let's go.
Get going? To where?
I'm not crazy about doing what Dr. Gero wants, but as androids, I think we should do something. So let's go kill this Goku guy. Hey, 16. You were created specifically to kill Goku, right?
Correct.
Well, I guess that settles it then.
Where are they going? Don't tell me they're actually going to try to find Goku. Well, that's what Dr. Gero wanted, right? To kill Goku.
I couldn't give a damn about that. How dare they? How dare they ignore the mighty Vegeta! Kill Kakarot? Ha! Don't make me laugh! They're going to pay for not recognizing my power. It's a highway, huh? Well, I didn't expect to see you rejects roaming around in here. You're going to tell me where you're going right now, whether you want to or not.
We're off to find Goku. we're gonna kill him.
See, that's what I thought. Too bad that's not going to happen. Because I'm going to blow every one of you to pieces.
You Saiyans sure are full of yourselves, aren't you? That pride of yours. It's just gonna get you killed faster, you know.
You've got quite the mouth on you for a machine. So who's up first? The punk? The woman? Or maybe I should just scrap all three of you trash cans at once.
Wait, that's right. We still haven't seen what you can do, 16. Why don't you fight him?
Negative. My prime directive is to eliminate only Goku.
Wow, what a letdown. Fine, I'll do it then.
Vegeta, are you alright?
So I was playing Resident Evil 6, and I was on chapter 4, maybe, of Chris's story, and I was like, man, I don't really like this Piers guy. He just seems like kind of a generic soldier. But I think in like Resident Evil 9, because he doesn't fit in with what they're doing in Resident Evil 7 and 8, I figure in Resident Evil 9, it would be really cool to catch up with him, or whatever, and see where he goes with his character progression. Because I thought he had a lot of great potential. And fortunately, in Chapter 5, some of that potential is met, is reached. But then they went and killed him off, and I was like, oh, damn it. He's not for sure dead. It's one of those deaths where you're like, yeah, he could be alright. But I don't buy it. That, and he injected himself with the C virus. So he could save Chris, and like, that's the only reason he could still maybe be alive. But at the same time, I feel like there's no curing that. My dude lost an arm. There's no coming back from that. He lost an arm. He got his, and obviously, yeah, you can come back from losing an arm. That was a really stupid statement on my part. But the manner in which it happened, like, play the game. There's no way he's coming back from that. From anything that happened in that final act, there's no coming back from it. And then I beat the game with all the characters and unlocked, or I beat the game, all of its different campaigns and stuff. And I got the a cutscene called A New Purpose, and it follows Jacob and whatever. Jake Mueller / Wesker Jr. So yeah, it's kind of a neat little cutscene, but I was like, that's really kind of weird and underwhelming. I played Ada's campaign first, and apparently you're supposed to play that last. I guess the order in which you're supposed to play them is the order in which they are lined up. But, with the exception of Prelude. But, it just didn't happen, you know? Also, what the fuck? So, Leon, like, the tutorial mission, the Prelude, is just not canon. You have to take care of, Helena as Leon. And then, like, sorry, I'm like, my brain is not working right now. You take care of Helena as Leon, and she's like really injured. I don't really know how, but you gotta like be careful. And then I was playing as Ada, and I was like, oh, so that tutorial mission is the first mission of or the tutorial mission is the last mission in the story mode, or in the campaign. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. But it doesn't really make sense to me, because Leon and Helena were hiding from the helicopter that, but in both Leon's campaign and in Ada's campaign, Ada is the one piloting the helicopter. Also, I don't know what, like, in Resident Evil 8, I never noticed this before, but the beginning of the trailer, and I don't know how I missed this, it says his story comes to an end, and I'm like, well, who's it talking about? Ethan? Hopefully Ethan. I mean, if they kill off Chris Redfield, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. Just gonna be like, whoa, how dare you? Have you guys read that Jimmy Olsen and Dexter team up comic book? I think it's called like Leviathan Rising or something. And Jimmy Olsen ends up having a one-night stand with this cat burglar. And this cat burglar also stole Dexter's ring. And so Dexter's dying because a Red Lantern can't take off their ring unless they're Supergirl, and that just never goes explained. But Dexter, he's like alive for a while, but he's dying. So that's the little cat that I named my cat after. But Dexter, fuck, I mixed him up with my cat there for a second. So he's just like spitting up all this blood and whatever, and it just soaks Jimmy's room. And there's this one panel with his mouth open, and he's just in shock at how much blood he's just vomited. It's like done as a comedy thing. There's no actual... Dexter's not going to die, just for the record, guys. And he's not in any pain, he's just vomiting a lot of blood. So anyways, that was just me.
These guys will never know what we do.
Like, if they kill off Chris, that would be me. It's just like, wow. That one panel where he's just like...
Who will come out on top? Ready.
So, yeah, I don't think they're saying his story comes to an end, and they're trying to make me think it's Chris. You could say that I'm in denial, but it's Ethan. Ethan Winters, I think is his name. I'm gonna have to look that up again, actually. Hey, I was actually right. I made a guess, and I was right. Ethan Winters. So, yeah, anyways. I was like, they want you to they want you to think it's Chris Redfield. But what I'm hoping is they just don't have any ideas for Ethan Winters, so they want to kill him off instead. Ethan could have some great potential. I don't know anything about the game though. RE7 intentionally. The only thing I know about is Not a Hero and the final boss. I didn't want to know these things, but I know them. So But Ethan Winters, yeah, I think he's gonna be the one who gets killed off. Chris Redfield, dude's fucking immortal. Besides, it'd be really weird for him to kill off Chris. Because
Only one team will be left.
Chris's final cutscene in RE6 is, he says, like... fuck, what's it? He says, or the guy, he just tells Chris that they've got new orders, and then the final cutscene is called The War Isn't Over. And it's like, okay. But, where does this, what was the point of this whole cutscene if RE8 is going to be the end of his story, when, I suppose RE7 is next in line? But, like, this is a different war altogether. Am I thinking of something else? Did they just mean, like, the war on bioterrorism isn't over, or... Because, I mean, this is a different war, right? I don't know anything about RE7, so I guess it might connect to RE6 a little bit more than I thought. And I don't know that much about Not a Hero. All I know is that, like, Chris has this... I think he's wearing like some sort of weird suit because he's got this like Halo style HUD, and he's in this underground area or something like that. I don't know, it was weird. I first looked at it and I was like, is this a new fucking Halo? What's going on? So, yeah, I don't know much about RE7, so I'm kind of a fucking clueless dumbass when it comes to that. I have the money to get RE7 and the first RE game. And I kind of want to do that, but, I think I'm just gonna get those on PlayStation. Well, if I can't get RE1 and RE0 on PlayStation, I'll get those on Xbox One, but yeah, I'm hoping to get those on PlayStation. RE7 also, because that has a VR mode. I know VR is probably like a fad, no one seems to be doing a whole lot with it anymore. But come on, how can I not play that game with VR? I mean, because then I could be like, dude, I think I just shit myself in the game. And then I take off the mask and I'm like, no, I shit myself in real life. I mean, you know, I want to be scared shitless. Because fucking RE1, or not RE1, RE2 remake and RE3 remake, I was scared to death, and yet I could still see that it was a TV. Imagine playing that in VR. I think, for a second there, I might even just forget that I'm playing a game. That'd be awesome. So, yeah. The RE8, I'm hoping it has VR support, but it's not even going to be on PlayStation 4. It's going to be on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Kind of a bummer. But I'll just have to stay away from spoilers on that game. Hopefully that's easy to do. Because man, I fucking love Resident Evil. I wasn't like a hardcore fan a while ago. Like, I saw Chris, Wesker, Jill, and Nemesis in Ultimate Marvel 3. Back when I first played that game. I didn't even know who they were. I was like, Chris, Wesker, they're pretty cool. I didn't really appreciate that game as much as I do now. It was still one of my favorite games, but I was just like... But now, I was playing it. But when I first started playing it again, I was like, oh, holy fuck, I know those guys. And then... when the Resident Evil 2 remake came out, I played a little bit of that, and I wasn't like sold on it because there's this one part where I had to do like this chess piece puzzle that I didn't like, and there was a zombie that kept spawning in there, and I was out of ammo and I couldn't find it anymore, and the zombie wouldn't die no matter how much I knifed it. So I kept dying, and I kept getting real pissed off, so I dropped it for like 4 months. And then, not 4 months, no, actually, because RE3 remake came out when I picked that one back up. But I got excited for the Resident Evil 3 remake, so I went back and played the Resident Evil 2 remake, and I was like, you know what, this is the fucking shit. And then I've beaten it 4 times, and then I beat the Resident Evil 4 remake like 4 times. So, I got real fucking, I'm like obsessive with it now. Basically anything Capcom does, I now have like an appreciation for. I especially like Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, dudes, Batman is like my favorite thing ever. But I'm more excited for the possibility of Marvel vs. Capcom than I am of a new Batman game. Because Batman is just one thing that I like. Marvel vs. Capcom is a bunch of things that I like, wrapped up into one. Basically everything in the Marvel universe I'm cool with, except for the new fucking Warriors. Get those the fuck away from me. And the what's-its. Fuck it. And like basically anything Capcom does. I haven't played all of Capcom's works. Like, I've never touched Captain Commando, Rival Schools, Puzzle Fighter. You know, I haven't touched any of that stuff. So I don't really know shit about it. But ow. But you know, Capcom and Marvel just teaming up to do another one of those would be fucking awesome. Plus, the post-credit scene with Thanos, that it annoys me to no end that I don't know where that goes. Does the Hadoken kill Death? Does it not? And if Thanos kills Death, do all the dead guys come back to life? Or does people just stop dying? Does Death kill Thanos? How does this work? What is happening here? Yo, Capcom. I like this drink. Another. That was not the line I budged. I'm fucking stupid, okay? That was stupid. I'm dumb. Alright, I'm leaving. Bye. Peace. I'm out.
soon.